219. 219 to talk. 219 to talk. 219 to talk. 219 to talk. Let's go. 219. Yeah, 219. Yeah, 219 to talk. 219. 219 to talk. Yeah, you running your mouth. Yeah, you running your mouth. 219 to talk. 219. 219. 219. 219. Yeah, you running your mouth. Yeah, you running your mouth.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is JD of JD's Man Cave. We here tonight on a Monday night with 219 to talk. I got my co-hosts coming on that I'm sure they fired up, and as we always do on a Monday night from Houston, Texas, from our small little circle of conglomerates of brains, we try to solve the world's problems. So we're going to get started tonight. Like I said, it's me, JD the Barber, and we have
Queenie. Queenie. And we're waiting on Honest and Trainer Ray to go ahead and call in.
Amen.
And listen, we want you to really, really enjoy the show tonight. Like we say, we're always trying to solve some type of situation.
World issues is what we aim to solve.
Hey, Honest.
Oh, people, my people. Evening.
What'd you say, Honest?
I said my people. How y'all doing this?
We all right. We are over here making it, as they say, one day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
The best way
That's
we know how.
Do.
Yeah, that's the best way we know how, Mom.
It's almost Christmas.
Well,
what happened?
ready for that?
Oh, his phone breaking up, man.
Yeah, sound like it.
Sound like you're breaking up a little bit, Honest.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay. You know, out here by the airport, every time a plane flies over, it breaks my reception.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
So 5G is not doing, not helping me much out here by the airport.
It's not doing no good out there by no airport, huh?
So what's going on?
Well, it's getting closer and closer to Christmas. Today's Monday. I had a good day at work, but it was a ghost town because everybody decided to take their leave around Christmas week.
Well, that's what it's for.
They'll be gone until after the beginning of the year.
Right. People want to spend time with their family and friends and the ones they can't stand and all that during Christmas, You end up spending time with all of them.
Yeah, it was even slow for me. When I clocked out at 6 o'clock, it wasn't no calls. Q was just clean.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, but I believe after the beginning of the year, they will come back with, you're going to
be flooded then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. You'll be in a work mode then. Really ain't feeling like working right now, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you got the muscle
so
on.
I had a gentleman that was coming on. I don't know if Courtney made it or if he's just listening.
Oh, I don't see him out. You gave him the number to call in?
Yes, I gave him the number to call in. He may not be able to, but what I wanted him to do is to speak on life insurance because, y'all, it's getting really real out here. People done started dying. We had our first death here in Houston. And, they told us, be concerned, but don't panic. And as I recall, a year ago, they said the same thing. Be concerned, don't panic. And all of a sudden, the hospitals were full to overflowing, and people started dying. So I guess the one thing that we could, talk about tonight, and I know Christmas is coming up, and it's always supposed to be all joyful and everything. But you know what? It's done got really real. When people start dying and they tell you don't panic, but be concerned, do you think that the government and the media continuously pulls our legs and gives us half-truths concerning about what's really going on?
I think they do.
Well,
I think they do because they don't want to cause mass hysteria.
I'm just about to say, I know that they do because they don't want to cause a hysteria or overreaction by the public. They try to keep us as ill-informed as they can. They keep us like what they say, like sheep. That you know enough, but you don't know enough. They don't really want to. They don't really want to give you the full picture because they figure our mental capacity can't handle it.
And I think, honestly, it's the perfect time when you hear that, like you said, Honest, they said that at the beginning of the of COVID. They said that don't panic, don't, just wear your mask, wear your all this, right? But I think it's the perfect time, too. It's like a warning. Like people run to the stores. They wait till it's like, till they see it on the news to go and get themselves their house prepared, like getting water, getting tissue and all that stuff. I think people should start getting that stuff now.
I have started getting that stuff.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a trip to Sam's.
Mhm.
Probably Monday. Because it'll probably be crazy Monday because people will be taking stuff back. But I'm going to make a trip to Sam's, buy 2 of everything, the toilet paper, paper towels. Look, I even got the black Lysol. I got the regular Lysol. I got the Pine Sol. I got the bleach.
Mhm.
So that when they partially shut down, semi-partially shut down, I'll be okay.
Yeah. That's why I say this is the time now for where people. It's better for people to start getting prepared now because it's not on everybody's mind. They are getting Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be in there picking up tissue, picking up water, getting batteries, getting all kinds of stuff. You just never know how stuff's gonna go. You gotta look like you preparing for a storm. You gotta just get yourself ready. Mhm. Fill up that deep freezer.
Mhm. Got that.
Mm-hmm.
Got that. Sure.
Well, Amazon made it where you can order your groceries, whether you got food stamps or money, credit card, whatever. They take everything now online for Amazon, online for Walmart. You can get your grocery stuff there. And a lot of people are dependent on that. What is the name? Instacart. A lot of people, one of my homeboys, be bragging on Instacart. And a lot of people have become reliant on all of these. That new normal that came into effect where everything just comes straight to your door,
Well, that actually, the thing is that those types of services have been out for years.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember some 5 years ago they had a guy who did a documentary and a report where he stayed in his house for an entire year.
Mm-hmm.
And never left the house, never went outside the door. He paid all his bills online. He got all his food and everything. Everything he needed was delivered to his door.
Mm.
So those types of services have been out for years, but the pandemic has just intensified and put the spotlight on those types of businesses, and just giving us the real necessity of having that type of business. You know, because like you say, that you have the elderly folks who are at higher risk of contracting COVID and all of that, and they were real heavy on using those services. And you had a lot of people who just simply were afraid and weren't going to go out, period. And they started using those types of services. And then we also have the curbside. I'm sorry, say again, Onis?
Don't forget the lazy. And my hand is raised right about now.
Yeah, there you go. You talking about me, pick me, pick me, pick me. Yeah, we you know, like they said, the lazy as well, because you sometimes you don't want to get out there. And,
you really don't, because people are so crazy. Right.
You're absolutely right. But you know, it's just, and I know it's being used a lot, because you can't go to an H-E-B or a Kroger's or Walmart and be in there shopping without seeing 50, even Targets and all these stores. You walk in there to shop, and it's 15 or 20 kids running around there with carts, pushing and loading them up, getting people's orders ready, at any given time of the day. So I know it's a prevalent issue in the United States right now. What's that, Honest?
I said you're true, because they do. And all the H-E-B, Kroger, look, Joe V's, even Food Town now. They all have pickup and delivery service.
Right.
Yeah, you go online.
Whenever I go in the store, whenever I go in the store, there's kids all over the place running with them little carts, loading them up.
I think that they need to start paying some really, really special attention to elderly people that's living on their own.
Right.
Time to start getting back. The families need to start making plans to how to take care of their
Well, I mean, elderly care is just as important as child care in families. But, there's always a big need for it, and we have to understand that some families just, they don't want to deal with their elderly people. So,
but they're going to have to,
you got to, though.
You got to, because when COVID started, a lot of elderly people, some I know I saw at least one report where an elderly person had died in their house, and they found them. So,
this especially, that has been happening for years. It's different from, it varies in different cultures. Because, your children, you raise your children to want them or hope that they will one day be able to take care of you and desire to take care of you. But, it doesn't always happen. Different cultures.
And talking about insurance, a lot of folk ain't prepared. They ain't ready for that.
Oh, yeah. That's
why I wanted Courtney to come on and talk about it.
Fish dinner.
Uh-huh.
We come from the fish dinner. We come from the fish dinner culture. They wait till after it all happened, and then we want to sell fish dinners and barbecue plates.
And go funny.
And your funeral end up being 3 weeks later. Yeah,
I hate those funnies. I hate them. Let me tell you something. I added it up, and this is real. I paid for me and my 3. I paid insurance for all of us, $100 a month. Now, I can step in Ashley Stewart, Walmart, Target, H-E-B, in any places I can blow $100. I can blow $100 just shopping online with Amazon. I can't take that stuff with me. But the thing is, you need to not have your people die twice. die because you passed away, and cry because you passed away, and cry because they don't have money to bury you. The money that it's important in this day and time. Y'all, death is real. It's real. It just got really, really real. We are at over 800,000 Americans that died.
Right, exactly.
So it's real. A lot of those people did not have burial insurance or anything. And especially our people, we will blow money on some of the most ridiculous things and not think about. We want to be seen. We don't think about the things unseen. Take care of yourself. Yep. Take care of your people. Don't make your people cry twice.
You know, on my father passed about 3 years ago, almost 4 now. But I can remember my aunt and my mother. My mother, it kind of made her mad, but it just goes to show how ill prepared family members can be, and how we're used to them being ill prepared. So when my dad passed, we were at the funeral. You know, he died one Friday, and we had his funeral the next Saturday. And, we went and picked out his casket and all that type of stuff and got the arrangements together. I went and cut his hair and, got him together for the funeral. And my auntie, she was at she came to the funeral, his own sister. She came to the funeral, and this was her comment. Ooh, y'all sure did a good service for Bobby. He looked so good, and everything was so nice. And y'all ain't even have to call nobody and ask for nothing. My mama looked at her like, what? It kind of made my mom mad, but I had to calm. I said, Mama, calm down. She just ain't bearing them come from that era where they don't think black folk, we not prepared. They figure we was gonna be calling and asking people to pitch in and all that. I say, no, we you just let that go, Mama. Go, But it was funny. It was funny, but it was sad. Mm-hmm. Because
very sad.
Like I said, they were thinking, because I done been I done had family members who they died one Friday, and it may be 2 months from now before they can have their funeral. A month from now, they got to raise money and ask everybody and sell fish plates and barbecue plates and all this kind of stuff to get the money together to put you in the ground. Like I said, my parents pray, thank God, are prepared. We prepare. So we have to get to that point and have an understanding. Like you say, I can get on Amazon right now and it'll take me 5 minutes and it's $100 gone out my account. Especially with the little wife I got.
Wait a minute. See, I'm getting a little sick of that.
I said what I said, and I ain't scared about what I said.
You are bad with Amazon too, sir.
Baby, let's just how many? Hold on.
Honest is gonna get ugly. Hold on. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
I want you to be honest.
Go ahead.
How many packages have we stepped over this week?
I'm gonna be the moderator.
Okay,
how many packages have we stepped over this week coming into this house?
3 packages.
With your name on them?
3 packages.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about your package.
1.
Your package may have been 1 package, but it costs more than all 3 of my packages together.
Hey, we ain't said nothing about price.
Oh, see, now we,
We talking about currency.
Yeah, move on.
We're not talking about currency.
Move on, sir.
Anyway. See how she tried to justify on it?
I ain't just trying to justify nothing, sir.
But was it 100? But look, check this out. Each one of y'all, each individual can spend $50 a month and get decent life insurance and not have to do no fish dinners and not have to do no GoFundMe.
Amen. But like you said, we are we don't think about that because let's just be honest. There are so many things in the black culture that we fail and are deficient in teaching our children.
Yeah.
We don't teach them financial literacy. We don't teach them the look. I'm at my age right now, owners, and I'm just not getting my credit together. You see what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest. We don't value things like credit and insurance. Mm-hmm. See, I was talking to a guy a long time ago. I said, man, you have to understand something. When black people die, we leave our kids bills.
Sure.
When white folks die, they leave their kids inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
They get insurance. I'm just saying. I don't mean just white folks, but I'm just saying. That's just the difference in culture. They teach, money management and interest rates and credit and entrepreneurship and all that in they families. They learn that in their house. We don't do that. We rather buy our kid a PlayStation and put him in front of the TV and leave him alone. Leave me alone. Don't ask me nothing. That's how we raise our kids. Let's just be honest. It's just not financial literacy and things like credit and interest rates and all that is not really a big topic in a black household, and that needs to change.
That's true.
That needs to change so much. That's why we're ill prepared.
That I represent, we do that. We don't just sell you insurance. We show you how to leave generational wealth.
Right.
We show you how to do that. Not just in insurance, something you can build upon so that when you pass away, or anybody in the family, that you can take that policy or you have set that policy up, not just paying into it, but pulled out of it, paid overage to put it in a dividend or a money market account or an annuity to make, that when you pass away, that they can put that money up. And see, another thing, we get an insurance policy, and if it's 10 cents less off of it, we're going to run spend it. How about that with mama's insurance money? Come on now. That's not how you build generational wealth. You take that money and you put it in an account and you leave it alone for future generations. That's why we don't have no land. That's why we don't have no houses. That's why we don't have no portfolio. Because if it's any money left off that insurance policy, what we do, the first thing we do for us walking, we go down to the car lot, buy the raggediest car on the car lot.
We're going to get that lat we always wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. How's that honoring our people that have gone on? Buy some land.
Go shopping. They go shopping.
They sure do. And have the nerve to stand up there and cry because they loved one gone. But you out here shopping.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things we have to blame ourselves for. It ain't got nothing to do with the man. It's us. We refuse to listen.
We trying to get away from the funeral so we can get to the casino.
Yep.
Yep. Let me get down there to Lake Charles somewhere. Well, we a mess.
Or take a cruise.
We say to get on the cruise.
Yeah. Ain't never been on the water in our life, but all of a sudden we want to take a cruise.
Yeah.
I don't know, people.
Hey, look here. They say my people perish for lack of knowledge.
Every day.
That is so true. That is so true. Because we don't even. And the thing about it is, it's no excuse because you see it all around you, and it doesn't take anything to educate yourself or ask somebody something. You know, we won't even ask. We'll just stay ignorant.
Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss, baby.
Ignorance is ignorance. To me, that's just all there is to it. Yep.
One day.
But yeah, it's to a point where you just have to be, you know what they say, responsible with life, man. It's crazy, but
yeah, you have to grow up. That's what you're trying to say.
Exactly. That's
you got to grow up and be responsible. And a lot, like you said in one of your posts, I think a while back, you were saying everybody that did you say old is not grown, or everybody that's grown is not, some kind of way you put it. And it's a lot of things that people are so used to avoiding,
right?
You know, because your parents didn't have the conversation. So when you get older, you're not having the conversation. I heard somebody one time say, my dad was trying to tell me to sit down with him so he could tell me about his funeral. I don't want to talk about that. Wait a minute.
Well, you know you're going to have one.
You know you're going to have
one, right?
You know it has to happen.
You know you're going to have a funeral.
You know.
Yeah, so why we can't talk about it?
Some people rather avoid things.
Like it ain't going to happen.
Grow up. You got
like
to
it ain't going to happen because you avoided it.
Does this go, you know.
I tell you what, that light bill don't get no lighter because you don't pay it. You're going to end up in the dark. I promise you. Keep on avoiding it. You see that thing went from white to pink to red to gone to in the dark. Now you got to read your light bill in the dark. Food.
All right, y'all.
It's
so
sad.
That was good.
On Earth, have you watched the show yet? The new. Well, I want to ask you, have you had a chance to watch that new show, the Mahalia show? That Robin Roberts did.
No. Girl, you got to watch it. Oh my God.
Let me tell you something. This it has that I don't even know her name, but it's a young lady who plays on that show called Orange is the New Black. She plays Mahalia Jackson. And when I tell you she got into this
Netflix?
No, well, I think it is on Netflix, but it's a Lifetime movie. I think Robin did it in conjunction with Lifetime. Danielle Brooks, yeah, that's her name.
Danielle Brooks is getting a lot of love and praise for her portrayal of gospel songstress Mahalia Jackson in her biopic.
Yeah, it's off the chain.
It's good.
This movie is one of the best I've seen this year.
And what is it called?
It's called Mahalia. Robin Roberts presents Mahalia. Yeah, it's just one word, Mahalia. Yeah, it is off the chain. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. I'm talking about this girl sang these songs and everything. Huh?
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, it's worth a watch.
You gonna shout, you gonna praise God. Every time she sing on this in this movie, I just chills go all over me. Oh my God, this movie's so good.
Mahalia was just awesome. She was awesome.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was.
It was so awesome. And she she said I would never cross over, and she never crossed over.
Right.
She never compromised. Never compromised.
Well, that's a testimony to the fact that if you ain't got to compromise to be great.
That's right.
So many of us nowadays, that's the problem.
They want to go where the money is.
That's the problem with our a lot of people nowadays. Not only in the music industry, but in life just in general, that we will compromise ourselves just because we think we're gonna get ahead a little bit or extra dollar. You will sell your soul. You know. And,
well, I agree with that because I listen to 92.1, and I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know whether to praise God or do the boogie woogie on the dance floor. You know, some of the music that they play. And it's not called gospel anymore. They call it inspirational.
Inspirational. There you go. Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. I mean, we listen to 92.1 a lot ourselves, and you're right. Some of them songs, I was like, baby, that is the exact same melody, and listen. I was like, that is not. You know, you can always find a secular song in the songs. I'm like, what is that? They're not supposed to be doing that, are they? So I understand exactly what you're talking about. You don't know whether you listen to a gospel station or you listen to at a juke joint.
So true. The rap.
Some of that stuff that's on there, yeah. Well, I really don't have a problem. I really don't have a problem with gospel artists who rap. That I mean, you know, that's part of. I think that's just part of the culture because you have to understand that God's word can be delivered in different forms. As far as but to reach those, you know, you have to. There's just like there's a lot of different kinds of churches. You know, because you have to you have to want to reach the person on their level, and if you want to reach these younger kids, sometimes you may have to use what they use. You know, as far as getting the message to them through rap. So I've heard some good gospel rap. So I don't frown on gospel rap at all. It's just, you know, and like they say, these are non-traditional times. So sometimes you have to deliver the message in a non-traditional way.
Well, I look at it like this. When it comes to gospel rap, I don't have a problem. As a pastor, I don't have a problem with gospel rap as long as you left that old lifestyle.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
As long as you left that lifestyle. If you didn't, because I find a lot of gospel rappers that come into church still dressed like thugs and then want to tell you rejecting them because they dress.
Yeah,
But you are portraying, you are dressed in the garment of a gangster.
Right, and we're not condoning that.
And so you want to say, but like I said, I have no problem with gospel rap. But I've in my experience with gospel rappers, I've found a lot of them that live such a cold-blooded lifestyle while rapping, so they need to give rapping up completely because it's a gateway back into the lifestyle they used to live. Some folk ain't strong enough to keep doing it. You know, right. Some folk need to leave it alone. Now,
amen.
Every gift comes from the Lord, and I am a fan of gospel rap. You know, because singers, when they get their life to Christ, they just change who they singing for. You know. So rappers can be afforded the same thing, but we still, some of them abuse that and come in and still doing that same thing they used to do when they was in the world. Just like some preachers get saved. Come on, come out the womb, come into church and still be hustling women, still be running women. So my thing is, if you gonna do it, if you step foot in Eagles United, you better be saved for real. You have to say that's for real. And you better, and look, we had to go through a process. There's another thing I find that a lot of gospel rappers love to do, come into church and don't want to go through the same thing that everybody else had to go through when it comes to training. You want to minister? You want to be called a minister of gospel rap? You still got to go through training, find out who God is. I done went into it, didn't I? My bad.
Girl,
I'm just saying, through my experience.
With you. Every word you speak, and I'm over here, yes, Lord, yes.
Yeah, because, I mean, how you going to come in and say you're a minister of the gospel, but you ain't been taught? You can't just come in here spitting. You know how they say you're going to rap, you're going to, you know, your bars, you got bars and all that kind of stuff. Okay, well, show me you ain't headed for bars. Then you can come in here and you can. That's how, you know what I'm saying? Because it has, the Bible says we are peculiar people. He said we are set aside.
We can't look like the world.
Exactly.
Amen.
You know,
okay.
So if you're a peculiar, you know, and the thing is, we don't get on the world's level to appeal to them.
Amen.
We should look nothing like the world. We shouldn't sound anything like the world.
Mm-hmm.
We are a light unto the world. So if you in the world, who you illuminating? You looking like everybody else.
Amen.
So if you come to me, look, you know, how am I going to bring you out if I'm doing the same thing you're doing?
Right.
Come on, that's the truth, though.
How can I get you out of a hole if we're in the hole together looking at each other?
Exactly. You absolutely right.
And look at it like this. When you said that, this is what I saw. This is what God showed me. God showed me you helping somebody get out the hole, but they can't lift you up out of it. You have to get in the hole to get them out the hole. Come on. We got somewhere. That's why I say meet me at the church. Right? I'm telling you why I say meet me at the church, because I don't need to come on your turf. You know, unless I'm anointed and covered in the blood, and God told me to go into the crack house, I'm not going in the crack house. I'm gonna be on the street corner across from the crack house.
So it might be out there by the curb.
Right? Come on out here, because you on the devil's turf.
That's it. And what does it say? Cast not your pearls into the swine. If you're going in that crack house, you know they are not ready to listen to you.
Right.
They ain't want to hear nothing that you got to say because their mind is not on anything that you're trying to tell them to save them.
Exactly. Well, we didn't just went into a revival on 219 to talk, but it's just it's the truth. You know, this world is built on compromising. Well, we don't want them. We don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but you ain't thinking about the fact that this person is going to hell. You know, this person's soul is going to be damned to hell. So you rather save their feelings than their life, than their soul. Something wrong with that people. There means something in you. Something you need to be worked out. You need to be delivered from something. You know, you keep compromising. The church has compromised so much. That's why 92.1 you can't tell if it's 102. You know,
and a lot of things that they say, you know, it's just evident they'll compromise. You know, I don't have anything against the secular artists. I mean, you know, all of their music is not the devil's music. I mean, you know, there's love and romance. Nothing ugly, nasty, perverted in the song. You know, okay, so we have those songs. So I have nothing against the secular artists that sing the love songs. Come on, Luther. Ain't nothing Luther ever sung was bad, okay?
Come on, John Moore.
You know, but
my man.
You know, they go ahead, Queen.
Okay, I want to put it like this. Okay. If I don't have a problem with alcohol, the devil's not going to tempt me with alcohol. Right. He's going to tempt me with whatever my thorn is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's why I'm talking about music, not just. It's kind of like, okay, if a woman listened to Mary J. Blige the whole time, and nothing against Mary J. Hey, Mary, but if that was her vice that she used to trigger that personality she had, then when she gets saved, she got to give Mary J. up.
True.
If it's certain genes a lady wore, right? And when she put them jeans on and it made her twist and do all that she do and all that kind of stuff. And that's when she went out in the street and did her thing. When she gets saved, she get rid of them jeans. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't the jeans, it's just what they represented in her life.
Right. There you go.
And a lot of people don't understand that you have to, if you're gonna make a decision to change, then change all the way. Live it for real. You know, give it all the way up. The enemy don't care about you turning away from your old life if you're going to keep some of his trinkets. He'd be like, oh, yeah, go on to church. Because I know you got this alcohol in the freezer. Come on.
I know you got
to drink waiting on you.
I know you got the gin.
Go ahead. Roll under the pews and everything.
Yeah, do it all.
I'll see you when you get back.
Oh, my God.
Because you know what's waiting on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see you when you get back.
Everybody has something that they need to be delivered from, that they, as you say, the thorn in their side.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah,
we
say you don't lie.
Hold on. Let me see who this is. We got somebody on the line. Oh, that's for the next show. Okay. All right, y'all. So we had a good show. It was a few minutes. Hold on, let me see. Because on here it says we got 18 minutes. On here, okay, I know what's happening. Okay. All right. So, Onis, go ahead and sign out for us tonight.
All right. Well, peace and blessings to everyone in this holiday season. I got a banana pudding with certain people's name on it, so we'll talk about that later. Praise God. Hallelujah. Glory to his name. He's just good for no reason at all. But Houston will be right back here next week,
Hold on.
Y'all talking about that on your own person.
Yeah, listen. Let's talk a little bit about this banana pudding. Listen.
You sure rung a bell that time.
Hold up now.
You have to do that.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay. All right.
Hey, I'll up your banana. Hey, I see your banana pudding. I need some chitlins, y'all. It's real. It just got real. What
you say? What?
Chitlins.
Oh yeah, I don't do chitlins. It takes too much to clean them. I cook a whole
oh my
bunch
God,
of
there's
stuff.
nothing out there to get. There's nothing out there to get. There's none out there, y'all. Nothing.
Ain't none out there?
Well, I found it out. Okay. We're going to talk about this off the air because people can't handle what we talk about. Okay, y'all. We want to thank everybody for tuning in to 219 The Talk. We had a good time with you tonight. All right, get some life insurance, grow up, and get saved for real.
We ain't selling no fish.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. God bless y'all.
Love ya.
219. 219 To Talk. 219 To Talk. 219 To Talk. 219 To Talk. Let's go. 219. Yeah, 219. Yeah, 219 To Talk. 219. 219 To Talk. Yeah, you running your mouth. Yeah, you running.